Hello, everyone. So this is a big timing. Welcome to this real quick session. Today we are going to address Christina, Edgar, and maybe Marcos' question regarding the issues with the P4 lab. So Christina, the floor is yours.
Hi, Frederick. Hi, all. Thank you very much for the slot. We started the experiments in the RARE testbed. Everson is configuring, and we are trying to understand how to execute experiments. So we would like to share what Everson has been doing and what are the blocking issues until now. So Everson, could you please share your screen?
Okay, just a moment. I need the permission.
Yeah, who needs the person?
Oi, hi.
Everson.
Okay, d'accord.
Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
it is
we
working.
can see.
Okay. I need help with T-Rex. I connect the session from Frederick in T-Rex, Temux T-Rex session.
Everson, could you please show the topology first, the diagram with the nodes, just to show the context?
You see?
No, we are seeing only the bash window.
Just a moment.
Yes. So this is topology we are using with the 4 Tofino nodes and 2 DTNs, one in Hamburg and the other one in Amsterdam. So Everson configured the Tofino nodes with Polka and segment routing tunnels. And he's now trying to generate the traffic in the DTNs using T-Rex. So we had some blocking issues, and yesterday Frederick told us that there is a TMUC section and already running with his users. So Everson was now able to access this TMUC section. And we are now trying to understand how to generate the traffic in T-Rex and direct this traffic to the tunnels that are configured in the Tofino nodes. So that's where we are now. Everson, could you please show the error when you try to start the traffic in the T-Rex bash?
Okay. Here I am in Amsterdam traffic, DTN Amsterdam, and I try to send a traffic, and the starting traffic on port is file.
Yeah, Frederick, we just connected to your TMUC section, so we don't know if there is any other configuration we need to set up regarding the physical configuration, the interface.
Normally, no. there is no, the only thing that you have to make sure is that on the, also on the other end, the router is configured correctly. But basically this should be it. There is no, I would say, no additional config. Well, technically it should be working as it is advertised. So
Is there any debug command or something like that that we could check?
well, can you just make sure that you have the interface running on, I think it's SDN3 something.
Amsterdam DTN or
Amsterdam DTN, yes, because
yeah.
you're trying to do.
I think that is it.
Yes. I'm not sure why you, this is the London DTN Amsterdam. The traffic, the DTN, you are, where is the TMUX? It's on Amsterdam server, no?
Yes, Amsterdam server. Just to.
MS BMS 6, so it shouldn't be.
Yes, Amsterdam DTN.
Yeah, so basically it should be connected to the Amsterdam P4 switch.
Okay. Here I'm.
So let me, can you do a show interface summary? Okay, now show interface description. Show interface description. That's weird. Why it is called London?
There is one SDN 100 there also.
Well, no, technically SD1 and SDN2 are connected to the hardcore interface, and SDN3 are the interface connected to the outside world. And for me here, okay, the interface is the AMS1 AMS0101.
Yeah.
It's this one. So SDN3.101.
Yes.
The London DTN is another one. Yes, this is IMS BMS6. Okay.
Okay.
So the interface is up. Show run. Yes, I think it's this one. So 10.1.101.1. Now can you go to the BMS? It's so the interface is this one. Okay. Maybe what you can do is exit. No, go to the TMUX session. We'll restart everything.
Go the TMUX.
Yeah. Exit. Okay, go above. Control W, arrow up. Control C. Now, Control C. Okay, so you killed everything. Now try, let's check something. DPDK, just type DPDK dev bind -s. Okay, can you Control W backward bracket? Okay. So, okay, so device DPDK. Okay, this is using the right and all of this is active. Why not? Control C. Can you do cat /etc? Oh yeah, CTC T-Rex something, yes, something like that. Enter. Okay, there is no VI, so V. Sure.
Hi everyone. Hello,
Hello.
Frederick. Hello everyone.
Okay,
Hello.
Sorry for
so
being late.
okay, so this is port 0. 0 is 500 is port 0, and it has IP 192.2. And maybe what you can do is replace this using 10. Using the subnet on Amsterdam. I will be honest with you, I don't remember because the last one who uses it, I think this server was, I think it was you, Rafael.
Was me?
Yeah, not
Yes.
sure if you remember. You not sure
A
if you
long-
remember. Not sure if
A
you
long time
remember.
ago.
A
Yeah.
long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
ago, more than a
yes.
year.
I mean, yeah, maybe what you can do is to put an IP address like 10. What is the Amsterdam IP address?
Amsterdam IP address.
You remember?
Oh, yeah.
You remember in Amsterdam? Go to Amsterdam P4 switch. Yes, 10.1. So maybe what you can do is put 10.1.1.2, for example. To be honest, it's it's like a guess an attempt. Not sure if you remember, Rafael, but I don't remember. Not sure if you use Trex or you use your own traffic generator.
Yeah, we used
Yeah.
packet gen instead of using
Yeah,
direct.
so you can also use packaging if you want. It's really up to you. Okay, IP, put the IP here. Yes, put 2. Put 2. Can you put 10.1.101.2 above? No.
In the first line, I have some
First
IP.
line.
IP will be
Put
like
2
final
and
2.
below
Yep.
1. Yeah, something like that. I think we only have. Can you comment these 2 lines?
Okay.
Put a comment here.
We don't need it. So in this
Yeah,
case,
I think, yeah. And now above, you see there is 0500.1.
mm-hmm,
You go there. Can you go there?
mm-hmm.
Again,
There is
and
only one. No, that's an interface.
yes, yes, yes,
Interface
yes.
lines.
So can you go above?
Go
If
to
you
the
want, you can
interface line.
save. If you want, you can save first. Now, Nano again. Okay, so now you comment it. Ah,
Sorry.
okay, so put the IP,
2 and
remove it, remove this one.
And,
2, 1.
Yes.
Yes.
one.
Comment this. But I think there is something missing also. I don't remember. So, but can you try?
Save.
Yeah, and now
Yes.
go to above interface. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, go edit again, please.
Open again. No, open again with the file.
Yeah, go to 0500.1.
1.
Oh, no.
Keeps.
Keep 0. Go on the right. The next field 05. Oh, no.
No, the interface 05001. So
05001. Go there. Remove this. Remove. No. On the
remove
right.
A segunda, Everson, remove essa interface 00,
Isso.
050. Isso.
And now we type
Isso.
dummy. No.
Não. Põe de novo. Aí só vai mudar ali o valor da interface. Pessoal.
Quote. No. Put quote.
Colocar aspas, vai inserir uma nova interface, Everson.
And now bracket, close the bracket. Yes. No, just one. And now,
Yeah.
now you type dummy. D-U-M-M-Y.
M-M-Y. Não, escreve dummy. D-U-M-M-Y.
Yes, and yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can save.
Salvar.
Now try to relaunch. Now try to relaunch above. Click on the arrow key. Arrow up.
Setinha para cima, pessoal.
Again. I don't remember the command by heart. We will launch the Trek server.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember exactly. Sorry. Yeah, this one. Okay, so we are launching Trex using a stateless library on port 0, which is the PCIe 05000 and enter.
Ok. Pode teclar enter, né?
What? Okay. So I think there was something that happened on the library. Maybe we can take this offline, or so two solutions. Either we install T-Rex properly, because I think there was an upgrade or something that happened, because it shouldn't, because you have changed almost nothing, and here you see there is something that has obviously changed. So first alternative, either you use T-Rex and you reinstall it with maybe the newest library, because I'm pretty sure something has changed here. Or second alternative, you still use DPDK and you use your traffic package generator as you did before. Up to you.
So it's understood. So do you have some? There is T-Rex is an open source tool, no? So you can just download it and have some manual to
You
do
have
how
to
to
use.
use
You
it.
have to use this version.
Okay.
You cannot use another version simply because it's manually done, and also it's compatible with this network interface card.
Okay, got it.
It's really specific, but my guess is that something has changed a library, something, because now it doesn't work anymore. And I'm pretty sure that it was an old session that was running, and then there was an upgrade or something like that, and then now it doesn't work anymore. So I suggest while you are doing package generator with your package generator as you did before, what I can try is to have a look at the T-Rex and make it work again. But it will depend on what has changed on the Unix server. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think it's a Debian seed. And if for any reason there was an apt-get update upgrade, something has changed, and I guess maybe a reload can just correct the problem. But my suggestion is that you use your package generator as you did before. I think it's the main point. To test your topology, and we can make T-Rex rework again. Okay.
Okay.
And
I think this problem is regarding some this Python 3.10. I don't know if you if you tested using this version, because Python 3.10 has broken a lot of things recently. So
yes, that's why I think it was an upgrade of the Debian seed, and maybe you know, T-Rex is using maybe an old version of Python, so maybe we can downgrade. But again, this is the goal is not to make to lose your time here in doing things that is Python related or system related. Maybe it's more. Maybe I presume you would have more interesting questions related to FreeRtr.
Yeah, I have seen this error showing up many times in many projects when you try to upgrade to Python 3.10. So it's a common error that has happened.
Yeah. So
nowadays.
maybe the solution will be to bump to another version of Trex that is supporting this NIC and with a newer compatible with Python 3.10. But again, I prefer to take this offline, and it will simply.
Yeah, sure.
So
Rafael, I think the server is in the same state of the tests we executed for the ONDM paper. So do you think we could generate now, do you have the comments for using package-gen, so we can just test if the traffic generated in the DTN goes correctly through the tunnel? Do you think it's possible? Because
Sorry,
it seems that
Microsoft was muted. Sorry. I think he asked Christina. Let's take a look here if I can find the comment.
Because if we have the same configuration of that time, maybe we can just execute a simple test just to see if we can direct the traffic correctly to the first P4 node, and if the tunnels are correctly configured.
Yeah, if we can still run the PDK properly.
Yeah.
The problem is we need to change the PCAP files. But
it's probably there.
Can we install the new version to Rex? It's possible.
No, Frederick said that we need to keep these 2.92 version because of the compatibility with the network card.
It's a driver compatibility, but again, it was I had to check this. It was maybe 2 years ago. Maybe they have changed and upgraded T-Rex and add the compatibility to newer versions. So feel free to test it. But you will see that you will have to do some research. Okay.
Yeah. And we were also a bit afraid of messing up the server, Frederick. That's why we didn't do many.
Oh no, don't worry. Feel free to mess it up because it's again it's a DTN that it's mainly a Debian seed. So install everything that is in your power. If needed, we can just simply restore it. So
that's good because we were afraid of messing up with other experiments.
No. There is no point to be afraid. The lab is reserved for you. You can do anything you want, almost everything, almost anything. Just avoid to break, so we can reach a point of no return. But in any case, the GTS server can be restored from a genuine Debian seed image, and it's not a problem. We simply keep the same image because what we need basically is to install the Debian seed, put DPDK, and make FreeRtr run on it to test them, and also do some tests. But we are not installing a lot of things. So the idea is that we have some Debian with DPDK that is able to send traffic, whether using Cisco Trex or a new or another packet generator or whatever you want. It's simply a way to generate packet or to generate traffic like multicast, and so don't worry to break it. If you break it, so just tell us, and I will ask the Géant support to simply restore it because they have an image on they will just do a net install and restore the image. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Frederick. That's good news.
Do you think we still have the package installation in the?
I think it will work
in this DTN. So
I think it will work if your package gen is compiled with latest DPDK, because I'm pretty sure with the upgrade of Debian seed, I'm pretty sure that DPDK has been upgraded. So maybe you will have to recompile it if something is different. But just try, it will work.
Okay. Oh, Everson, trying to type package gen command if it's still there to see if it is still there. So
okay, just a moment. Let me take it.
Just
check.
Can be. Oh.
You can finish the team mix.
Yeah, there is no common not found. I think we need to reinstall the package gen.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. What if we do a simple ping test just to ensure we can use the tunnels, even if we don't?
You can do a ping test, but in that case, you will have to remove the interface from DPDK.
Yeah.
Okay.
The interface are in the DPDKs.
It's up to
Yes.
you. You can remove it. It's not rocket science. You remove it and it will appear
It's
on
not,
the and
Yeah.
it's not
yeah.
a big
But
issue.
one thing is that you will have to also add the VLAN. Because if you look at the P4 switch, can you look at the P4 switch? You see there is a 10.1. It's a VLAN 101. So
Yeah,
you will have.
Yes.
So this means that you will have
will.
to configure a VLAN on the Linux
Mm-hmm.
101 and configure your IP address, and then you will be able to ping. This was done. This was done back in the days. This was done by GPDK. You add the VLAN tag, you put
Okay.
101, and it works.
Yeah, I got it. So we are still using the same VLAN that we used
Yeah.
previously in the NDM paper.
Okay,
See,
so
that's,
it's a 101.
yeah.
So you have to configure it. Can you go to the Amsterdam server?
That is, okay.
Okay. Now, can you type ls here? ls. Yes. I don't. I think it's go to STL. cd STL. Enter. ls UDP one packet. Do you remember which test I was? Look at the UDP one packet simple or something like that. Is there any packet having my name? F-Louis, sorry, this one, F-Louis UDP one packet, for example. The first one,
First one.
yeah, take
Yeah,
anyone. IP, the first one, for example. I just want to
the simple one can be the dot py.
Yeah, enter. I just want to show something. Maybe you see the VLAN. Can you see the VLAN here?
yes.
It's 101. So with Cisco Trex, I was able simply to send on port 0 a packet that is source 16, destination 48.
Yeah, the same
with a
syntax
VLAN.
to use Scapy. So
Exactly.
maybe it's
It's super simple. So this is what I wanted to show you, and this is why it worked.
Yeah, we were doing the same with the pact gen because we were creating the pact already with the VLAN tag.
Exactly, but I wanted to show you how it worked. You have to put VLAN 101 simply, and it is not shown in the server simply because I am forging a packet with the VLAN header that is accepted by the P4 switch. Okay. That's it. This is just what I wanted to show you. It's quite simple. With packaging, you are doing the same thing. That is why the GPDK interface has not any VLAN information. It's done at the Trex level. Okay.
Oh, great.
That's it. It's like actually Trex is using Scapy under the hood. So it's quite simple to forge any stream, any packet, or multiple stream, and you can reuse experiment from people that were using test in the internet. They have a very interesting test. That's it. Any question related to VC-minar? I thought you had some question.
Yes, because we need to, because we need to test some basic, because we were trying to use T-Rex and we were not sure if we could reinstall things. So now we will work on the installation of PactGen or updating T-Rex to generate the traffic. But without this traffic, we are not sure if when the traffic goes through the SDN3 interface and it reaches the first P4 switch, if our configuration is correct. Maybe Everson, could you please show the configuration at the Amsterdam P4 node? Because as we don't have the traffic now to test, we are not sure if we are configuring correctly. And maybe Xabat can help us to check. The tunnels. Maybe you can show the VRF first. The VRF configuration. Okay, so the traffic will be generated at the DTN in that topology and will reach the first Tofino switch, that is Amsterdam. And in that node, at the moment, we have both the configuration for edge and core for Polka and also for segment routing. So this was one of our first questions. So we understood from the previous discussions that we could run VC-minar at the DTN, so we could use the DTN as an edge node. But when we access the DTN, there is no VC-minar installed there. So we configured the P4 node to be both the core and the edge. So this configuration is considering this situation where the Tofino nodes are both edge and core. So Xaba suggested Everson to configure the VRF to direct this traffic. So I think there are two questions. If we use the P4 nodes as both edge and core, if this configuration seems correctly, and then we have to really generate the traffic to be sure. And the second question that we can discuss later is if we want to use the DTN as edge, can we install VC-minar there, and how to configure the server to be possible to use both the DPDK traffic generator, either T-Rex or PacGen, and also the VC-minar with DPDK. So if there is something that we have to consider.
So for the first question, I think the tunnel 3 is, as I see, so tunnel VRF V2, I think it simply points nowhere. My idea is that tunnel VRF, so the tunnel VRF is where the pocket should go out. And I think in the V2 VRF, we don't have any routes here. So I think you should change the two VRFs. I mean, the tunnel 3 should be tunnel VRF core and VRF forwarding in V2. And that is what could work. Yes, exactly that. Because that, okay, so the first VRF command simply tells that, okay, the encapsulated packet should use this VRF, and the VRF forwarding is obviously where the tunnel belongs to, I mean. So you have to change that too. Regarding the second question, I think yes, you can use both T-Rex and VC-minar in the same node. Basically, I do it the same within all my home network nodes, but with the Linux and VC-minar in a combination. Basically, the main idea is that you set up a v-Ethernet interface with IP command, and the Ethernet interface will two sides. One side will belong to VC-minar, and the other side will belong to T-Rex or anything else. In my case, it belongs to Linux. And then you can route these packets that generated by T-Rex with VC-minar locally.
So to answer your question, Christina. On the DTN, you can install FreeRtr, but as it is a Géant setup, you have to use the manual installation, which is downloading the jar and configure FreeRtr as it is described on the blog. You cannot use the one-line installation, otherwise it will mess up with the Géant IPMI, and then we will be Géant staff could not restore the machine if you do that. So if you want to use to install FreeRtr, yes, but you have to do everything by hand. It's not rocket science, it's not so difficult, but you have to know this. And basically this is described, I think, on the blog, how to install
Yes.
FreeRtr and DPDK. So it's not something complex. After that, you will have to put on your hardware file the DPDK, the P4 DPDK command that will launch FreeRtr, and then you will be able to use the DTN with FreeRtr. However, I'm not sure if this FreeRtr will be able to share the interface with T-Rex, with Trex. I don't think so. So either you use Trex as in order to forge Polka packet, which is easier because it's really SCAPI based. You know, you put a header and you put the route ID, I think, on it, and it will be really easier to with Trex. You will have to do a bit of documentation to read the documentation on how to forge packet. But if you're really familiar with SCAPI, you will feel at home. Yes, Marcos?
Just want to comment that I don't know if this option has been discussed, but you can create a virtual link from a DPDK application, for instance, FreeRtr, to a Linux application and also to another DPDK application. So I can try to take a look on some of that and maybe do a test PMD, very simple example, and see how that can be integrated in FreeRtr, if it's something possible. Do you think that's an option, or having those different type of DPDK interfaces may be complicated for FreeRtr right now?
Well, I don't know, because FreeRtr is using DPDK index sequentially, I think, and I presume that there is a way also to allocate the port number to FreeRtr, the DPDK port number to a specific interface using DPDK tools. But I'm not sure. I never done a virtual link between two DPDK applications, and my guess is it will complexify more things for Christina and Raval. My guess is that if you know which packet to generate with a specific header with the route ID, you either better forge the packet using a packet gen with DPDK, or do a bit of homework and learn a bit Trex and add the packet header yourself. But you will see that adding a header, it's really quite simple if you are really familiar with SCAPI.
I don't know how FreeRtr generates the packet with Polka in this case, if you're using some MPLS in the middle, or you can just using an extra header as Polka, as a normal Polka. So because if our intention is to generate traffic, we need to generate the Polka header as well to be possible to be performed by the core switches in the middle. So I don't know if
Rafael, we can capture from the emulated environment
oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
and see the packed format, the headers and.
Oh, okay, you can, yeah.
For me, Polka Edge doesn't need MPLS, or you send traffic with a specific header. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's like and you should be good to go. No.
Okay.
This is the first
Yeah,
thing.
but
The second thing is to use,
yeah.
as Xaba suggested, Polka on the same router in Amsterdam, Polka Core and Polka Edge, and make it work.
And we just need to, it's a matter of just generating traffic as our only with VLAN tag. And
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
Yeah, we don't need to take care about Polka header and so on. So we to be added by the core switches and edge switches for the slash
Yeah.
and edge slash core switches.
Yeah, I think it will be easier for you. Just, but
Yeah, it's just because when we configure different tunnels, and then I think it would be good to have this encapsulation executed by VC-minar, because we could in the application level get this in a transparent manner, because then VC-minar would care about the encapsulation, the correct encapsulation depending on the tunnel. So I think it's a good discussion to think what is the best scenario to show in supercomputing, and maybe you have some feedback on what do you think it's better to show there, because if we generate the traffic with the Polka or segment routing encapsulation, then we use the nodes only as the core, and if we configure the nodes with the edge and core functionality, then the application can work in a transparent manner. But at the same time, we are not separating the roles of the architecture. So Marcos, Frederick, do you have any suggestion about what do you want to show in supercomputing?
not sure if Marcos got the
Everson,
question, because he has written the NRE.
Yeah, Everson, could you please show the topology again, the diagram?
Okay. A moment.
Just a question. Sorry for interrupting, but I was switching between meetings. Frederick, how many NICs are connected from the Dell server to the P4 device? Just one or more than one?
Just one.
Okay.
Using VLAN 101.
Okay. Okay, that's okay.
Can we use, for example, Marco suggested to use a virtual interface and connect this virtual interface into the VC-router, and also there is another interface that's the PDK. So the VC-router basically would convert the traffic coming from a virtual interface to a DPDK interface. I'm not sure if VC-router can do it or not, because from one interface we can generate a lot of hyperv traffic coming, or normal packet gen instead, to without DPDK. There's no more DPDK packet gen. But my question is, VC-router can do it, or just only one kind of, because for Frederick, you said that is like an index from the PDK interface. So you need to, there is some kind of thing that could break this kind of situation when you use different technologies, you know, as a data plane.
Xavier, can you do you have an opinion, insight on this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. For me, P4 DPDK is something that is using a basic DPDK, I would say, userland. So I'm not sure if this would work.
Yeah, I'm just asking this because, for example, we can use OVS DPDK and generate some visitor interface on top of that and generate some traffic using normal traffic generator like iPerf. Normal means without DPDK, sorry. So I don't know if it's possible or not. If we have intention to, with a different purpose, for example, I need to see the TCP window coming and so on, and a lot of flow at the same interface, and see how Polka would deal with this kind of things, or FreeRtr, so would deal with this kind of things. So because packet generator is like generating is like UDP packets without session, without anything. So that's a I don't know.
Another thing that Frederick, I can try to prototype is probably your NIC has SROV, so it can be created different virtual copies of it, and one copy can be on DPDK, another can be on Linux. So I can see if we can stitch two different VFs, the virtual functions, so that we can have one that goes to the physical network, and another that just go back to another Linux element or to T-Rex. So you can try to use SROV to connect one virtual function to the other. I remember that this is possible. I don't remember how to do it. And the normal usage is from one virtual element to the physical network. But you can try to propose that as something that will be transparent to FreeRtr and maybe help everything. But it's something complicated, so it doesn't guarantee. So having a plain A, even if it's not ideal, like the PCAP is happy, is perfect.
Yeah, I'm only thinking that when we start to do more accurate tests that reproduce the behavior of the data intensive science applications, we will probably need to rely on an edge to do the encapsulation, either on a server or in the P4 Tofino, because as Rafael said, we are going to use more high-level tools that will need this transparent functioning of the network. So we can test now with our PCAP files and replay these files, but at some point we will need this to work also in a transparent manner, encapsulating user traffic, generic traffic.
Yeah.
Marcos, what do they use for that DTNs in the context of the Harvey groups? What is the kind of traffic generator they use there?
Okay, so normally they do file transfers. I'm not sure the current tool because I didn't participate on the orchestrated part, but I can ask them for what is the tool they're currently using so we can replicate. But for sure,
Maybe
to be
it's good
something
to have
similar
an
to Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just saying that maybe it's good to have an idea of what kind of tests we have in mind when we get close to the scenario.
Okay. Yeah, I know that in the past, some tool like RARE-FTP was used, but currently I can see if it's Exchange for X-root-D or something different. So there are 2 or 3 that I know that are probably it. So ask them. And the thing is that they have an orchestrator that can run different tools. So probably they sometimes run a transfer tool, sometimes they run a memory-to-memory test, for instance, using Emperor. But I will get the names, but I would say for sure that they are Linux apps, or say Linux networking based apps, not DPDK apps for now.
And
check
probably
right now.
they open lots of sessions and they achieve high throughput with the use of a number of sessions.
Perfect. Yeah, they do multiple flows to increase the TCP performance.
Yeah.
So they use TCP to transfer files from,
Yes.
or they use UDP, for example, in
No,
FS
for
or
now
some
they're
kind of.
using TCP
Yeah, okay.
because the
So
good
that's that
put
kind of.
is an important measure. So in UDP, the good put is not great, and also you impact all the other flows on the previous network. So it's not something very
So
useful.
would it be useful for us to have this kind of transparent manner edge to encapsulate, to use TCP traffic instead? So
I
because
think that's
when you
important
generate,
requirement.
yeah. So we need to think about that for the future, Christina, because otherwise we can only the PDK, package-n, and T-Rex. So you just generating like as a UDP traffic.
Yes,
So we are
it
just
can be
playing
a
back.
step
Stateless.
one.
We don't have
No.
sessions. We don't have sessions there. So
Yeah, it
we are
could be a
just
step one, and then we move to
moving forward to trying to
yeah.
get some high level tools to generate traffic.
Well,
Maybe,
with Trex, you can generate TCP test.
But the thing is we'll not be using the TCP congestion stack. So the performance is not comparable what is being done by the e-science community. So we are doing an abstraction. And if you want to compare, it's good to have something that is closer or they can use as a, so this is probably don't need to be done initially, but the best way to show it is using a comparable tool. So
Oh, yeah, sure.
yes. Yep. I think, Everson, we can start with the PCAP files and the replay using the nodes as core. Then we move to using the nodes as both, the P4 nodes as both edge and core, with some simple traffic generator. Then we try to do it completely transparently. And then we should choose if we are going to use this edge functionality in the P4 nodes, or if we are going to try to install FreeRtr in the DTNs. It's a design decision for the experiments.
I think it's a good plan, no? So what do you think, Christina, that we should try to reinstall the T-Rex with a new version compatible with the NIC interface, or push back some previously package-n GPDK installation and trying to rerun this kind of testing from with this new scenario?
At the moment,
So
I don't see much gain of to use the T-Rex, only if we want to test, for example, TCP, as Frederick suggested. But if we are not
Mhm.
going to use that, we can do the same with PactGen, and we already know how to use.
Yeah. To use the TCP, I think we will still be sticking on in the core and edge node in the same role
Yes.
in the core. So we cannot customize the TCP and add its Polka in the T-Rex traffic generation. So we maybe if you use TCP, they will use this. They will generate normal TCP packet with no header and nothing in the middle.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know.
I agree. Yeah. So I think we can use PactGen for the moment, because
Yeah.
I don't see any advantage now of using T-Rex, and we have to make the best of our time with the testbed.
T-Rex
'Cause
generate replay pcap files though, so that's kind of but I don't know the complexity of installing T-Rex
Yeah,
and
because
also is compatible.
we have the reservation of the testbed till the end of the week, so I think it's better to use these to understand the tunnel configuration and not investing time with the traffic generator now. But it's just an opinion.
So, I presume that you have a good strategy. Use the most of the tools you are already familiar with. If it is achieving the same thing. One good news is that I presume that you can use also the lab in July and August, except
That's very good.
except Shaba has something to do with the lab. Shaba. But this has been actually planned since the beginning. But
That's like Christmas present, Frederick.
yeah, but
very early.
but keep in mind that you can take the opportunity to learn a bit of Trex, or just use and move forward with SC22 NRE demo. It's great. We will have to talk after with Marcos on extending this this topology, but we'll see that later if we manage to have the P4 switch in the US working as we would expect.
Good.
So great.
July and
already
August
fun.
will be your holiday. You'll be your holiday
Yes,
as well.
yes, I will.
Yeah,
I
it's a
will
big
be on
holiday.
holiday. No, I will be on holiday in between, in the middle of July and August. But it's
Okay.
you should be able to use it, except again if Xaba has some requirement. But I don't think. Xaba, do you have any requirement for July and August? Oh, maybe he's not here.
Yeah.
But in any case, I think you can use it. But feel free to move forward with packaging.
This DTN node is possible to. I don't know if you have done backups from this DTN and trying to restore. I don't know, or this is just update the whole distribution there.
The DTN is running Debian seed, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
There are not that many. We can ask Jean to reinstall everything, but I will be honest with you. I think that you install the most of the things.
Yeah. Okay. No, you would take time as well. So that's, I don't know if it would worth or not.
I have one question for Frederick. So I'm looking for some features to help with the scenario. Do you know what the model of the NIC is on the Dell servers?
I think
it's an Intel. It's an Intel NIC, I think. But maybe Everson can
using
provide you the details.
LDS-PC or Everson, can you type LDS-PCI to see what the model of the NIC interface?
Thank you.
I think you don't need the sudo.
Okay, X20.
Thank
you.
X
And the driver is IXGBE, right?
Yes, IGB.
Yes,
sorry.
the Linux driver.
Can you do the DPDK dev bind -s, I think, just to list them, because I need to know the Linux driver, not the DPDK driver. Yeah, so yeah, IXGBE, perfect. Thank you.
IXGB.
Now I can look for it.
So you can send the Ethernet 10 gig to 2-port X520 adapter 154D to Marcos. He will have the entire model. But Marcos, keep in mind that this is IXGB is the Linux kernel, but we are behind the FIO PCI.
No, but the thing is that the DPDK supported features are, let's say, tied to the model, and the model is from the family, and you can derive the family from the Linux driver. The thing is that you have the IXGBE DPDK driver and the I40E, which is for 400 gig NICs, and have others. So each of these DPDK drivers have a specific set of features that can use on SRV or anything else. So you can do different kind of ports, different kind of stitching. So I'm trying to see what is supported with this NIC. You can try to stitch different virtual functions, for instance, FreeRtr, hyper FreeRtr, and T-Rex FreeRtr and PackGen, either in line or in parallel. So it's something that is interesting. I have used that for Mellanox, which has more features, but for Intel, that probably should be enough for some tests. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. There's a way to set up the lab in a flexible manner that we can do inline tests and also parallel tests, but without changing FreeRtr.
Great. So I think you have a plan for this July and August. Feel free to reach us, and I guess we are over the 1 hour session. So feel free to reach us via the mailing list, and thank you again for your availability. So just in case you really would love to pursue with DPDK, I can try to find some time and have a look. If not, I will let you play with packaging.
Thank you, Frederick, because you are for your time. To be honest.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Obviously, Csaba will be able to help you with FreeRtr.
Yeah, Sab as well.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. See you.